Hello everyone, I'm Jay Fair on air and I am 30 plus and counting all the things that make life worth living, and today I am counting the blessing of my lock journey. I decided to go natural 10 years ago. December 9th, 2009 was the last day that I had a relaxer put in my hair, and for the past 10 years I've worn a lot of protective styles. I've worn my hair loose natural, and it has been a wonderful journey. But for me at this time in life, I just felt like I was ready for a change. I love locks. I love the way they look on people. So I decided that, after years of thought and contemplation, that it was something that I was going to go ahead and try and do for myself. So I'm going to give you some tips today, or some of the things that I've done to prepare myself for the lock journey that I am currently on. And I'm on day 2 right now. Yesterday was my first day, and I can show a little bit of footage of me at the hair salon under the dryer. I did not take a lot of footage while I was there, but the after experience was just awesome, and it was freeing to know that I'm not going to have to go through detangling days. I'm not going to have to spend hours trying to do my hair. I'll have to retwist and things like that, but other than that, it's not going to be such a tedious process as having loose natural hair was. So let's get into some of the tips if you are considering locking your hair and you're still kind of on the fence. Maybe this will help you a little bit. The first thing that I would say if you are interested in locks is just do a lot of thinking about it and do your research as well. And when I say do your research, I started thinking about getting locks 3 years ago. And when I started thinking about getting locks, I just began to look all around, look on the internet, look on blogs, look on other social media sites and those things. And what I did was I was just like, okay, well, this is something that I'm interested in, but I'm just not sure. So about 2 years ago, what I did to kind of prepare myself was I began to wear faux locks. And if you actually look at my picture here on YouTube, you will see that it's of me in faux locks. And I wore faux locks off and on, mostly on though, for about 2 years. And of course my hair is not going to look like the faux locks that I had, but those faux locks did give me an idea of what I would look like in locks. Also this summer I wore mini twists this whole summer, and those mini twists basically were the exact same length and almost the same thickness as the locks that I have in my hair now, the starter locks. After having them in my head all summer, I just realized that, hey, I'm ready to do this. I don't mind the length that my hair is going to be once I get the actual starter locks in my head. So just try and wear different hairstyles that's going to show you what the locks will look like on you. Try the faux locks, try the mini twists, try styles that are going to give you that look that you're looking for before you actually jump into the deep end of the pool and go ahead and get the locks. Another thing that I think you should consider when you are considering your lock journey, just make sure you do your research and know exactly what type of locks you want and how you want to start your locks. In order to know what type of lock you want and how you want to start your locks, consider your hair type. Now my hair is 4C. It is very tightly coiled. As you can see here, it is very tightly coiled, and my hair also is very fine. I do have dense hair, meaning I have coverage all over my head, but it is very fine. So with that, I knew that more than likely I was not going to have those thick, luscious, juicy locks like people often have. And I also knew that I was going to probably have a smaller set of locks, because I know I want a fuller, thicker look. Now someone else with a 4C type of hair, and it's fine, if you have just the larger locks, you might not have as many on your head as if you had the smaller parting on your head, if you know what I'm saying. So just consider the hair type that you have, because the hair type that you have may determine what type of lock that you're going to end up with in the end. Also consider how you want to start your locks. There are several different methods of how you can start your locks. You can start your locks with interlocking, which means that they're basically locking your hair on the spot at the salon, so when you leave there, your hair will be locked. You can start your hair with braids. You can start your locks, you can start your locks with braids. You can start your locks with twists. You can start your locks with coils, which is the method that I chose. You can also start your locks with lock extensions, which is a pre-prepared lock that they attach to your hair. All of these are things that you should take into consideration when you are thinking about getting your locks. If you have a looser texture of hair, maybe like a 3B, 3C, something like that, you may consider starting with twist over the coil method, because the coil method may take a little bit longer for your hair to lock. Now, if you have coarser hair or tightly coiled hair, you can start with coils, because those coils will lock faster. I'm not saying that 3C hair or 3B hair won't lock with coils. I'm just saying that in many cases, people who have the looser texture of hair, they'll start out with either braids or they'll start out with twists, because it doesn't come loose as easily as the coils will if your hair is tightly, naturally curled tightly anyway. Another thing that you want to consider when you're considering your lock journey, consider what stylist you want to use. What type of locks do they do on average? How versatile are they when it comes to them doing locks? Whose hair have they done? Check out their Instagram, their Facebook, their websites. Once you do decide who you want to do your hair, also go ahead and look on their website and find out what rules, what regulations do they have when it comes to their clientele. If they want your hair washed prior, or do they wash your hair? All of these things you need to look into in order to prepare yourself for that lock journey. So once you decide that you are going to lock your hair, and this is something that you really want to do, you've already made the appointment and everything, at that point, I would say embrace your loose, natural hair. This is the last time that you're going to be wearing your hair loose, natural for a while. So wear as many styles in that time up until your salon appointment as you possibly can. Wear your hair up, wear it down. Just make sure that you have gotten all the goodness and the use and the love and care out of your hair. Just go out with a bang, enjoy your loose natural hair, and then once you go ahead and get your locks installed, you'll know, I'm really ready for this. I've been doing too much to my head, manipulating it. We all know after a certain point, natural hair, it is a wonderful journey, but we also know that it is a lot of work, which is why I decided to go ahead and lock my hair and get the comb coils. After a while, it just became too much, and I was really wearing more protective styles than I was wearing my hair. And I would have family members say, Jessica, when are we going to see your hair? We never see your hair, because I would wear my hair in protective styles so much. So the lock journey really is giving me an opportunity just to take away all of the maintenance and free up some time and just enjoy the hair that's on my head and actually grow it out. And that wraps up the tips that I have for you when considering whether or not you want to lock your hair. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm J Fair On Air, and I'm 30 plus and counting. See you next time.